you just, oh, sorry.
No, you.
Well, you just said about all this, the space program stuff. Why all the, there seemed to be this incredible influx of sci-fi in the media, as far as like programming and television, films. What's your comment on that?
Well, I think that virtual reality, the entertainment industry, I mean, if you look at the figures, if we spent as much money trying to save the planet as we are spending trying to develop advanced systems of electronic entertainment, hell, we'd fix it overnight. That would just be a done deal. I'm suspicious. I'm a techno fan, and I use technology, and I'm into it. But I was with Howard Rheingold one night, actually here at Esalen, when we achieved a kind of apotheosis together. And he said to me, he said, "My God, I've just realized what virtual reality is for." And I said, "What's it for, Howard?" And he said, "It's to keep us from ever leaving the planet." And I see in the game design and in the website design and in the look and feel of the net how it's to be a simulacrum of the great frontier. You know, it's going to all be virtual, the trip to Pluto and the conquest of Mars and the journey out to Andromeda. I think that I don't fault technology. You just have to be very aware. But, it's like heroin. And we must not consume, we must produce. As a community, the psychedelic community must produce art, not consume it. If they get it flowing the other way and we begin to consume it, then we are depotentiated. So what I've said, the millennial program is to put the art pedal to the floor. In virtual reality, the difference between a 10-story building and a 100-story building is 1 0. Enter the 0, and it's now a 100-story building. We can build with light. The constraints of material and the constraints of capital investment that have limited us in three-dimensional space are not going to be present in VR. And I think we're going to be able to build those castles in the sky. And that what I've said this many times, as I see the late 20th century cultural enterprise, what we're trying to do here is turn the human body inside out. We want to take the mind, which is this invisible hyperspatial organ with its teeming imagination, and we want to make it literal or virtual. We want to bring it into existence. Meanwhile, the body has become, because there are so many bodies, a real drag on the political system. So the body wants to become something freely commanded in the imagination. And it's literally like we are turning ourselves inside out. And this is an alchemical process. So now I've spoken of the alchemical process as something happening to the body, as a cultural enterprise building a tool, as an irresistible motion toward an attractor, which can be glimpsed through the hyperdimensional vision conferred by psychedelics. And then it merely remains to unpack and download these ideas into the popular and mass culture, because I think they assuage anxiety. People feel better about themselves and the fate and direction of the world. But, we have painted ourselves into a hell of a situation here. The momentum of our past mistakes is staggering. The good news is we primates love a good fight, and we don't really get our dander up until the last possible moment. This is it. This is the last possible moment.